A thread by Carlos Oswida. Once again, Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany proves herself to be an unstoppable force that's neutralizing the fight to prevent the inevitable re-election of Donald Trump. Now, Kayleigh McEnany is smarter than I am. I'd be as obtuse and disrespectful to those humanoids as they were to me. Entertaining as hell, sure, but not smart. For example, I'd have a tape recorder that I'd hold up to the microphone that would say this: the intelligence has not been confirmed. 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 Or the various fat weirdos saying, how can the president say that Black Lives Matter is a symbol of hate? I'd say, are you going to cry? Does it give you nightmares? Do you have to drown your sorrow in bacon cheeseburgers, Chubster? But, like I say, Kayleigh McEnany is smarter than I am. She has the patience to play the long game. I have the patience to watch the long game, but I can't take part in it. My revulsion gets the better of me. And here's the real point. Cops are resigning. Leftists are getting the utopias they wanted. And what may the results be, you ask? Oh, nothing much. Murder is rising, but New York doesn't seem to care. New York Post, June 15th, 2020. In any event, Uptown shooting highlights rise in violence, southwestjournal.com. LAPD homicides up 250% in first week of June. 18 murders in 24 hours, inside the most violent day in 60 years in Chicago. I remember Charles Barkley's response when somebody tried to bring up history. I don't need no history, Barkley shouted. I live in the now. People who live in the now are called write-offs. They'll never make the connection between actions and consequences. Ever watched a matador get gored in a bullfight? The audiences always scream and cry as if they never expected it. There's a great photo of a matador getting gored under the chin and the bull's horn is coming out of his mouth. Total grand guignol. Sometimes I binge watch instant karma videos. Link in the description. Old man knocks out young gangster. It's a great video. You may remember Epic Beard Man. The whole bus was egging on the much younger idiot when Epic Beard Man unleashed 13 blows in under 2 seconds. The crowd screamed and prayed. My brother and I laugh at it to this day. And the screamers were serious. They made no connection between a younger man attacking an elderly man and getting exactly what he deserved. To the crowd, the epic beatdown just came out of the blue. You can't win elections when you don't understand the link between choices and consequences. Not one leftist anticipated the crime wave that followed the abolishing of police forces in their cities. And the humanoid White House press corps is gloating. He. Trump couldn't stop us from cutting our own throats. What a loser. Mr. and Mrs. Chubster, why would Trump want to stop you? This is like an addiction paradigm. The person must ask for help. We can't force sanity on leftists. Democracy is the theory that the common people know what they want and deserve to get it. Good and hard. H.L. Mencken. You know what I did today? I live on a sloped street. Little kids ride their bikes and scooters up the sidewalks, turn around, and ride down. Really little, like 5 and 6. They have to laboriously turn their bikes and scooters around on the narrow sidewalk. I don't approach children. I don't want to acclimate them to talking to strangers. But when I went out to run an errand, they were turning around in front of my driveway the way they always do, so I spoke to them. I have 2 driveways, so I told them that if they wanted, they could use that big, wide, empty driveway to turn around or ride around in. They thanked me and I left. When I came back and parked in the other driveway, the empty driveway had all these little black skid marks in it. Isn't that nice? I'm not going to go out and talk to them when they use my driveway. If their parents want to check me out, I'll let them. When the kids are out biking, there are always parents in lawn chairs in their front yard keeping an eye on them, so I'm sure they already know. I live for little things like that. Now the kids have a cul-de-sac so they can come up the hill and turn around without stopping. I improve their lives a tad. That's what I do. That's what Trump does on a massive worldwide scale. And that's why his re-election is in the bag. Check out this epic stupidity posted side by side on Google. First story from Axios. Scoop. Trump regrets Kushner advice. Second story, Politico.com. Kushner shakes up Trump campaign team. I'll post the dueling narratives based on all those sources who are making the press ram its collective head further and further up its own colon. One person who spoke with the president interpreted his thinking this way: no more of Jared's woke shit. Another said Trump has indicated that following Kushner's advice has harmed him politically. Kushner has been effectively overseeing the campaign from the White House, but with 4 months until the election, he is expected to become even more hands-on. So, Trump is now going to ignore Kushner and have Kushner run his re-election campaign. Makes sense, huh? Guess where the campaign story was first reported? In Axios. The same people saying Trump is now going to ignore Kushner. So Axios reported on the same day that Trump is both ignoring Kushner and making Kushner in charge of his campaign. Nobody in the press even noticed this total insanity. They don't need no history. They live in the now. As I said before, this is 2016 to the power of 2016. And the 2020 strategy gets to be used with the 2016 strategy. Trump's campaign was given an extra layer of armor by the press and the Democrats. If you aren't laughing, I don't know what's wrong with you. This is absolutely astonishing. Every single person in the country is working to get Trump reelected, and most of them don't even know it. I don't even follow the gaming world, but a video of Sweet Anita, a gamer and YouTube content creator, was recommended. She has acute Tourette's syndrome and coprolalia, so she can't help emitting long strings of profanity, racial slurs, obscene gestures, and so on. Coprolalia. Poop talk. This says nothing about her as a person. His affliction kept her from having friends. This affliction kept her from having friends. She spent most of her life as a hermit, but now she has the courage to go out into the world. You can make tons of money on ads and sponsorships, so she's raking it in and now thinks her affliction is funny. They tried to cancel her because she used the N-word, but it didn't work. Canceling her for a medical condition would open the platforms up to massive lawsuits. Her situation, remember, she laughs at it, is a perfect commentary on this political era. If you aren't offended by profanity or obscene gestures, watch. It's really quite amazing. Even more amazing, she's emerged from a lifelong shell and is now happy.